very small, I think, too. Some of you are in older grades. So hopefully when you get a little bit older, you're going to be able to, sew a waspison. That's what we call it. So if you can, from there where you're sitting, I want you to repeat after me how to say mossbag increase. We say waspison. Can you say that? Good job. Let's say it again together. Waspison. And today I am demonstrating gaskwaswin. Gaskwaswin increase means sewing. Ewi gaskwatama waspison. So we are sewing a mossbag. But before I go there, I want to say my blessings for this session. I am honored to be here. Thank you to Mika for inviting me to take part in the storytelling sessions. I am more than happy to do so, to share my knowledge and skills and expertise in the area of mossbag teachings and sewing. So I will say our blessings first, but I need you to help me from where you are. Some of you are being taught how to say your prayer in your language, but today I'm going to show you how to say this prayer in Cree. Okay, we're going to ask the Creator, the Great Spirit, to guide and help us today, this day, because we're His children, all men, all boys, all women, all girls, and all other people on this earth, and we are very grateful. Thank you. That's going to be the words increase. So I'm going to ask you to say it with me. I will say the key term, and I want you to say it after me. Okay? I'll make one. Yotawinan kise manitu witihanan mina Ganawaimenan Anoch Kakisikat Mianang Kitawa Simisak Napewak Napesisak Iskwewak Iskwesisak Ekwa Kakio Kutakat Aisinawak Ota Aski Utatami Hanan I. So one of the teachings that I want to share with you today is also in the power of prayer. Every single one of us have grandmothers at home. Every single one of us have mothers at home. Every single one of us have grandfathers, Muslims at home, and also dad at home. And every single one of them will say a prayer for you in the morning and nighttime because they believe, they have faith. That's the Cree word for faith, having faith in the prayer. And that's the reason why they pray is because they want the great spirit, the kind one, the majestic being to bless you with good things in everything that you do, in every place that you go. They want you to be blessed and they want you to be taken care of. So take some time in the mornings or even at night to say your prayer, to talk to the grandmothers, the Great Spirit, and anyone that you have faith in, talk to them and ask them to come and guide you, to protect you, to bless you with good things. That's very important. That's part of our daily routine in the morning. It's called mindfulness. And mindfulness is a simple act of quieting your mind and being in a state of quiet and thinking from your heart and your mind and your soul, and bring your whole being down to a level where you could put everything aside and all that matters is you in the moment. And this is how we speak to the higher power. So that's our prayer today. I am going to begin with a little song. I hope you're going to help me sing. This is a contemporary lullaby that I taught my students to sing in the schools. And we're going to sing it together, okay? And for that, I'm going to carry my baby. Can you carry my baby for me? Would you like to carry my baby for me? Okay. This one, I will let you. This one is a very special baby. This baby was raised in a residential school, so we need to take real good care of her. Okay, and here's my baby. And I will hold it in a cradle hold. This is your cradle hold right here. At your elbow, you put baby's head on there. That's the cradle hold. Because we need to protect the baby's head. Okay, remember that. If you are at home and you're watching your little sibling, your little baby sister and or brother, we always handle them with gentleness and real care and compassion, because that's all they feel towards anybody that takes care of them. Okay, and the song goes like this. I don't know if any of you or all of you have been part of the first session. I taught everybody the song, and the song goes like this. I'll say it in English first, and then we'll sing it to the tune of this one. I'll hum it. You know the tune, right? The tune is from Skip to My Loop, long time ago, classic children's song. Somebody in the back knows it. So we're going to sing the words to it. The English words are like this. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby with all of my heart. And we put a lot of emphasis on the last part of the song, okay? Because we want baby to feel the love that we have for them, okay? Are you ready? Here we go. On the count of three. Payak, niso, nisto. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby with all of my heart. And in Cree it goes like this. Nesagi how ne baby tata we. Nesagi how ne baby tata we. Nesagi how ne baby tata we. Nesagi how ne baby nestahe. Good job. And you know what? That song is yours. I give it to you, okay? Because you can sing it in the future when you decide to have your own babies. You can sing that song to your little ones, because one of the gifts that was given to us. Can I have you girls come and carry my baby, please? One of the gifts that was given to women was the gift of lullaby. And it's very important for us to sing to our babies, okay? And it helps them and it nurtures them and it makes them feel loved and cared for. A little story for you. When you were in the spiritual realm with the great being, the majestic being. You were a little angel. Every little children up there in the spiritual realm was an angel, pure angel. And Creator would ask you, Mamotale Mausimanto will ask you, are you ready to be born? And you would be looking much like a child looking out the window, a high window. They're standing on their tiptoes, and that's what you're doing. You're looking out from the spiritual realm to the physical world and looking for your mom and dad. Every single one of us chose our mom and dad. And when you find your mom and dad, you go to the Creator and you tell Creator, I'm ready to be born. And before you came to this physical world, people, you knew what your life was going to entail. Creator had everything set out in front of you. You knew your language. Every single one of you was born with a language. If you do not know how to speak your language, then it's your sacred responsibility to begin to learn it. It's never too late. We can learn our language, okay? That's inbred. It flows in our blood as we sit here. So when you pray and have that faith in Creator and the grandmothers and the grandfathers, they will help you remember and awaken that language within. Another thing is your culture. You knew your culture before you came to this physical world. You knew the song and the dances, you knew the values, the laws. Creator's laws are very important for us to follow. And some of those are very simple because they're all under the umbrella of love. Every single one of us was born with one emotion only, and that's love. Sakihit, the wind, that's what it's called in Cree. Every single one of us was born with love. We weren't born with hatred, people. If we feel envy towards someone or something, if we're upset and angry, those emotions are put in. Overpower those negative emotions with love. And that's simple. I heard a woman speak this past weekend, and she said, it's simple to express love. All you have to do is smile. So smile at people. Smile at the person beside you. Smile at them. And you know what they're going to feel? They're going to feel so happy because it brings instant love and nurturing. And that's very important. So underneath that emotion of love that we were born with, all those values fall into place, like respect. Respect simply means caring for others, okay? And faith. Faith is having a belief in something. You believe in your mother. You believe in your father. You believe in Muslim Kukum, and that's faith. That's called faith, okay? And then if you believe in the higher majestic being, that's having faith as well. And then we have Witi hit the win. That means helping one another. If you see someone who's struggling, help them. Things like for the little ones that are watching, if your mom is struggling to bring some stuff in from the vehicle, then step up and help them and say, can I help you? Muslim and Kukum always need help, right? So step up and help them. Another one, sharing is caring. That's very important for the little ones that are going to school, even the adults. Sharing is caring, people. We need to help others and share what we have. That's called pakwe namatuin. Pakwe namatuin is like taking in half, cutting it in half, breaking it in half, and giving it to somebody else. And that's what sharing is. So when Creator gave you that love in your heart, when you decided to come to the spiritual world, you came to the spiritual world with full of language, knowledge. You were full with information and culture, and you knew all of these. So when you made that transition to the physical world, that's called life. And from there, you have to learn and you have to focus your attention on what it is that you want to do. And if you are guided, in a good way, you will be guided to learn your culture and your language. And now, because today a lot of us are struggling to find that, and there's a reason why. And don't feel badly about it. Do not be hard on yourself, because there's a reason why we have lost language and culture for a long time. It's because of the dark era of the Indian residential school, but we cannot let it defeat us, right, people? Our grandmothers, our ancestors, Mr. Maimakanak, they have worked real hard to bring us here today, to where we are today. We are alive. We'll always be here, people. The first peoples of this Kakanata will always be here. So we need to maintain, and we need to do our sacred responsibility in keeping up and learning and teaching others about who we are. So when you were here, the grandmother said, we need to create something to help nurture the baby. And that's when they created waspison. The waspison looks like this. Just hang on. Here's a sample. This is how the waspison looks like. And the grandmothers have said the waspison was created so they could help nurture the child, and they could help the child develop strong bones and healthy bodies. And it also disciplines them. It teaches them discipline. And you're probably thinking, like I did when I was taught by my teacher. She said, you're disciplining them, Lillian. And in my most colonized mind at that time, I thought, discipline? How can you discipline a little baby? Because discipline to me was send them to the room. Go to the room. Come out when you're ready to be nice. Go to the principal's office. That was discipline for me. So I will share a little bit about that today. So I'm going to start with the first stage of sewing a mossbag. It's very important for you to know that when we are going to create a mossbag, we need to have all our materials handy and ready, okay? So I'll show you. The first thing we need to do is make sure that we have the material that's going to be used for the outer shell. And this one is suede material, because pink is a really hard material to find in velveteen, just like this one right here. I wish you could feel this material. There's differences. And I went to Ultra Suede to find a pink material. So this is for the outer shell. And you need to get a meter, half a meter of this one, the outer shell. And then we need the lining. And this is for the lining. And you need to have at least half a meter of this too. And from these two, we are going to make the mossbag plus a matching bonnet. Okay, so we need to set them out in a special way so we have enough material left over for the bonnet. And then this one right here, this one, this material is called the quilting material. Much like the mattress you use to sleep on, we need to create a soft spot for babies to sleep on. So we need to make the little mattresses. So we make them from here, and we will cut them out in its shape, and then we sew it together, and then we fill them in with the filling. Okay, some of you have probably never seen this. This is the filling that is used to fill quilts. And this could be, doubled or tripled, and however soft you want to make your little mattress for your baby, you could even double this. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 high. So we need to cut that out in a shape and then fill our little our mattress. And then we need material for the covering, and we call it aquanaquehon. Can you say that? Aquanaquehon. And there's a reason why we need aquanaquehon. When we put baby in the moss bag, and baby is very small, and baby's eyes are very tender, and their ears are very susceptible to any kind of noise, perhaps, and even cold air. So we need to protect them. And the aquanaquehon, we only need just 1/2 meter of this too. And we will cut this. You'll see the shape that it will become. We will cut this and we decorate it with lace, and it becomes the aquanaquehon. And I'll show you how it looks when we are at the final stage. And then in this moss bag kit, we need akupis. Can you say that? Akupis. Let's say it again. Akupis. Akupis is a little blanket. It's a baby blanket. And you can make it as big as you want, but don't make it too small, because you need to fully cover our baby properly. Okay. Remember the song we sang? Let's sing it again. Are you ready? Where's my babysitter? I want you to sing with my baby. Here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby with all of my heart. I hope you were smiling as you were singing that song, because our baby needs to feel that compassion and that love and that empathy you have for them. That's beautiful. Here we go. And you need, this is called vice tape. For the seamstresses that are out there, they know the value of vice tape. It's very important in everything that we do. The ones who sew, power regalia, the ones who sew ribbon skirts, and even with moss bags, these are very important. So you need a package of those. If the adults are listening and wondering what do we need to create a moss bag, this is what you need. And then from there, I have patterns that you can also use. This is a pattern of the moss bag. And this is a pretty fairly big size, and this is a newborn size. When my teacher was showing me how to do the moss bag, her moss bag entailed the aquanaquehon. Do you remember what aquanaquehon was? Aquanaquehon is the covering, the baby covering. She included and added her aquanaquehon to the moss bag. So this shape right here, you see, this is the shape that I created. I added this part over here just to ensure that their heads were supported, fully supported. So I created and I added this, the headpiece here. So this is the moss bag. And guess what? Your moss bag has to be more than 21 inches long, because the standard size for a newborn baby is 21 inches. But that's a non-indigenous size, people. Our children, our babies, they can be 25 inches long, newborn. Seriously, that is so true. So you need to make this a little bit longer. And this one is, I do believe, just let me measure it right here. Yeah, this one is 22 inches. So it needs to, if you want to make a moss bag that is a little bit, if you know, and most mothers will know if their babies are going to be big or long, right? They'll know. So if they're going to make a moss bag for the babies, they need to make it a little bit longer. So that's the template for the moss bag. Here's a template for the aquanakwe one. I'm going to show you how to cut them out as well. And this is how it looks like. Okay, so you need a big piece of material for the aquanakwe one. And then we have the little mattress. Here's a little mattress. And you can be creative in how you want to design the little mattress. Perhaps you want to make it square up here. Okay, it's really up to you. And this is very important because our grandmothers want our children, our babies, to grow healthy bodies and strong bones. So we need to ensure that we have a nice soft mattress available. This one here is the astrutinus, and there's a reason why we need astrutinus for babies. Okay, what do you suppose that reason is? Anybody know? I'll tell you. Just wait. Why we need astrutinus is when baby is born, and some of you, the younger ones that are out there listening, when you were born, you went through a traumatic experience, regardless if it was a safe delivery or not. You went through a traumatic experience because what you did was you emerged from your mother's tummy and you came to this physical world through a small tunnel. And then when you were coming out, you were in probably 6 pounds up to even 9 pounds. Even mummies, some of our mummies can have 10-pound babies when they're born. And just imagine how big 10 pounds is. Just in your mind, you know, what can you think of that is 10 pounds? Yeah, like a sack of potatoes, a 10-pound sack of potatoes. That's how big some of our babies when they're born. I don't mean to scare you, little ones. But the reason why we need a bonnet is because of that. Because when babies come out, they go through traumatic experience, and sometimes their skulls, they come in a cone shape because they're really struggling to come out. So we need a astrutinus. We need our little bonnets. The grandmother said, we need to make bonnets. So babies' heads, when you put bonnets on them, your head will form out in a circle shape. See how smart our gokums were? So intelligent. They were the scientists of a long time ago. They were engineers of a long time ago. And that's who you come from, people. You come from the most intelligent beings of all, and we need to carry on those teachings. So this is the backing, and when we cut this one out, we add this to the backing, and it becomes a little bonnet. Okay, so this is important. And also, in addition to that, we need to make sure their ears are warm. Okay. We cannot take our babies that are newborn out in the cold. If it's windy, the wind can get to their ears. So we need to ensure that their ears are protected. And when we put the little visors on them like this, we're protecting their eyes because their eyes are so sensitive. So we need to make sure that they do not get the brunt of the elements. Sometimes the elements can be really harsh. Okay, so that's what we need. How much time do we have?
It's 1:32.
It's 1:32? Okay, good timing. My daughter said that spend half an hour on each set. So I'm moving on. I gotta stand up this time. The next stage is this. But before I go there, another thing that you need for the supply is hide. You can use white hide if you wish. That would be deer hide. Okay, so you would have to, purchase some of this as well. For the ladies who are out there listening, there's the white hide, and this is commercial hide. This is made in factories, and this is a little bit thicker, so it may be a little bit harder to work with. This would be the moose hide, I think. But this is what we need. And we need them to make that, the pakekenia B. Can you say that? Pakekenia B. Let's say it again. Pakekenia B. That means hide lace. Literally, when you what do you call translate it into English? It means hide lace. Pakekenia B. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to cut them out. Okay. I had a great helper at home, and she prepared all of these things for me, so I could just go ahead and do what I have to do. Okay. So what we need to do is put the outer shell and the inner shell together. We fold them in half the long ways. Remember I showed you this one right here? What we do is we fold it. Oh, this is the blanket. This is the upper, this. This is the outer shell. So what we need to do is fold it the long ways, just like this, lengthwise, the long ways. And then we take the inner shell and we also fold it the long way, okay? So I'll open it and I will fold it the long way. Good job. And then we put them together, okay, like this. We will put them together like this. And then we place them down and we will add in this to both of them. Okay, we need pins. So in my little package, my handy package right here, I hope there's some pins. But there should be. There you go. This is my little package that I use for my teaching. And I got these at IKEA one year. I went back to look for some more and they didn't have them anymore. So we have the pins. Safety pins. The pins are like this, okay? And you have to be really careful in how you handle the pins because they are very sharp. So we take a pin and we pin them together like this. And for me, I would just pin them 1, 2, 3, 4 ends because I'm very, I've done these so many times that I could even, cut them without pinning them. But this is how we put them together, okay? And this one is done for me already. See, it's pinned both sides. The red, the outer shell, and the inner shell. And here's the mossbag. And as you can see, this mossbag is a little bit different shape than the first one. Okay, you see it? It's a little bit smaller too, in terms of the width going this way. So what I will do is I will cut this out. They're pinned together, and then I will cut them out using my really sharp scissors. I'll sit down. I'm sorry, I'm getting you moving that camera up and down. Scissors in Cree, we say Pasquama to win. Can you say that, please? Pasquama to win. I want the girl sitting over there. I want you to say it as well. Let's say it together. Pasquama to win. So when you're playing rock, paper, scissors, what are you going to say in Cree when you come to scissors? Yeah, you would say Pasquama to win. And how do we say rock in Cree? Anybody know? Asini. How do we say paper in Cree? Masnay kanikin. Masnay kanikin. That's what we would say. So let's say rock, paper, scissors, and Cree. Okay? Let's say it. This is your lesson for the day. And you're going to go home feeling so happy because you learned 3 solid Cree words. Okay? Are you ready? We say rock. Asini. How do we say? How do we go? Asini. Masnay kanikin. Pasquama to win. Pasquama to win. Let's do it again. Keep on. You're going to go and teach all your friends about this. Are you ready? Let's do it again. Asini. Masne kanekin. Pasquama to win. Good job. It's recorded, so you can go back to, in case you forget how to say those Cree words, you can go back and learn them. So we're going to cut this pattern out, okay? Usually when I cut these out, I usually use a cutter. And a cutter is like a roller, and you can just go around each one, and it's so much faster. But I will cut this out for you. And my luck, it's not sharp. Go to this one. So let's sing the song as we're cutting. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby with all of my heart. I cut this a little bit bigger because as I was thinking, I was cutting it, I was thinking, well, this baby might be a little bit bigger than this. So I need to make it just a tiny bit, an inch bigger. So this is how this will turn out, okay? So we're cutting 2 pieces of fabric at once. Okay, we'll put this aside. Now, we're going to go to the bonnet. You see the bonnet is all set out here like this, and this is how the bonnet looks like. I'll show you. For the ones that have never seen a homemade bonnet, this is how a bonnet looks like. Take a look. I use this package as a demonstration to sew this little bonnet together. It's not completed. When I was sewing it, I had to demonstrate to a group of people who wanted to learn. So this is how it would look. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting this part right here. This is the part that goes around the head. And this is how it looks. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it. I'll make this just a little bit bigger too, because my baby might be a little bit bigger than this pattern looks like. Okay, so here we go. Same with this one. And this is how it looks. And this is the piece that goes around. And I cut it at an angle like this because I wanted to have a little visor in front. And you know what a little visor is? Anybody? And guess what is underneath here? See, we make use of all the fabric that we have. We have to, okay? That's how we save material and we utilize every single piece. So what my daughter did was, we only need 1 piece. We don't need 2 pieces like this one right here. We only need 1 piece. So I will cut this one out, and this is the one that goes at the back of the head. Okay, let me cut. Mamansan. So how do we say rock, paper, scissors again in Cree? Asini. Masne kanikin. Paswama duwin. Okay. Okay, I want you to try it with your friend beside you while I'm cutting this. Go ahead. I don't hear you, girls. Masanay Pasquamado. Yeah. Good job. What about the ones that that are sitting in their classrooms? I want you to try it as well. Okay, here we go. Asini Masanay Kanekin Pasquamaduin. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could teach everybody out there, teach them in your class how to say some of these words. So a lot of the scrap that I have here, I would put this in a box, okay? I wouldn't throw it in the garbage because what you make for your baby needs to be taken care of in a really good way. You can either, burn this when you have fire at home or dispose of it in a proper way. Okay, so just don't throw it away in the garbage along with all other garbage. I'll just put it here. Yeah, you can even save it to, make other items as well.
A crazy quilt.
Yeah. Okay. Now, here is another piece that I want to demonstrate to you that we make. We cut out. It's all laid out. I chose to fold it in half and fold the fabric in half as well. This one is called polyester cotton, and this is soft. We do not want to make a real heavy material covering because it won't be good on the baby. We need to use something very soft and very light because the covering should be over their face. It should be light. It shouldn't, be hard on them to suffocate them. So it has to be light. Okay. So here is the Aquanaquehon. Can you say that, please? Aquanaquehon. Very good. Let's say it one more time, girls. Aquanaquehon. Very good. Now I'm going to cut it. Ewiman saman. So how do we say rock, paper, scissors again? I bet you forgot. Let me hear you. Masanay again. Oh, I love the way that sounds. Pasquama to win, yes. You can be the very first one to teach your friends how to say rock, paper, scissors in Cree, eh? Yeah.
I only really remember.
Oh, I bet you could. I bet you. Mommy will help you remember. So this is all cut out and it's ready to be serged. What we do with this one, that the Saconahwehon, is we serge it. And that's a special kind of sewing machine that we use. I didn't bring one here because it would be too much to haul it up to this library. But this is the Saconahwehon. Then, listen, we need to make the little mattress too. And the little mattress, like I said, is very important because we want our babies, and this is all pinned together like this. So when you're making your baby mouse bag, you have everything in place and everything just goes smooth. Just like today, right now, this is all going very well. We need the mattress to help babies' bones grow strong and straight. And our grandmothers will tell us, when you wrap your baby in the moss bag, make sure their legs are nice and straight. Their arms can be placed over their hearts like this, or they could be placed above their stomach area for the girls. And you know why we do that? We put the arms over the stomach area for the girls, We are teaching them to respect their womanhood. That's what we're doing. And for the boys, when we place their arms over their head, their hearts like this, we're teaching them to be nurturers, to be the protectors. Remember a long time ago, our men were protectors of our people. They were nurturers. They guided and they hunted and they fed their people, their families. But when Indian residential school came, that was severed. And our men from then on were lost. Some of them were lost. And they didn't know how to be, that family man. So we need to bring them back to our circle. So we need to be kind and gentle to our boys, our babies, our boys, our young men. And we need to teach them how to be kind, how to be providers, how to be nurturers, how to be protectors. And that's why we put the arms here, because we want them to learn how to protect and how to love and nurture their families and their siblings and all of that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this. It'll take me just a little while. You're probably thinking, how can you sew this thing together? Well, it's easy. It's what I thought when I first was shown how to do this. How can you sew them together? You need to have, first of all, you need to have a good sewing machine. Kaswa naman. You need to have good needles, a strong needle to do that. And then when you are done, what you do is you turn it the other way around and then you fill it with the filler. Okay, so this is how it looks. I wish we had a real class right now where we're teaching our babies, our participants, making their own mossbag kits. So that's the win, I'll call it, the little mattress. And then from there, what we do is we take the filling. We have to sew this around first, right around like this. And then we have to make sure that we have an opening at the bottom. Make sure you leave an opening at the bottom. And then that's where we turn it inside out and we fill it in with this. Look at how soft it's going to be. So what you do before you turn this inside out, after you sew it, you cut this out as well. And it's really easy to cut. So it almost looks like it's going to be hard to cut, but you can cut right around it like so. Okay, and that's all we do. We just cut the same shape as the little mattress and we fill this little mattress in. Okay, so that's the second stage. And another thing I want to show you is here's a blanket. A little compass. It depends on the time of the year. If it's going to be hot outside, you need to make sure that you get a little lighter blanket. This is heavy. This is really, this is a winter blanket. So what we need to use is something that's a little bit more lighter for the summer wrapping. And this one is for winter wrapping, okay? And this could be for a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter. I mean, the final product that I'm gonna show you, I didn't make that. I had a young lady who came to my class and she made it herself. And she said, I'm using blue for my mossbag. It could be for a girl too, she says, it doesn't matter what color you use. So she finished that and I'm going to show that to you later. And then we have, of course, the bias tape we need to sew the mossbag together. Okay. Do we need to take a break?
I'm okay. And I'm the oldest, so.
You're okay? Okay, I'm gonna continue. Okay. Oh, this is where the little bonnet came in. Okay, this part right here is an almost finished product. And this one too, people, I had this lady working on this, and now her baby's probably all grown up now. And I'm gonna sew this together for you, okay? So I'm gonna go to the sewing machine. And I'm gonna sew, do a little bit of sewing in this part, okay? So what I'll do first is I'll demonstrate how to put the mattress together. So when I sew this, people, I have to leave an opening at the bottom, okay? I would start from here. I would sew all the way around and to here. So that way, when I go to fill this in, this is open at the bottom. And then what I do at the very end is I pin it together and I'll sew it shut, okay? That I will do. And this part. You see how the kunakwe was very light. You see it? It's not a thick material. And we use lace. You can choose different colors of lace that you want. You can either go without the lace or you can go with. I have pink colors here. I have different types that are here that we can use. But this one right here has already, somebody has begun to sew the lace on, and that's how it looks. And you see how when I was talking about serging, the serger, what it does is it prevents the material from fraying. And once we serge it, then we can sew the lace on. Okay, so I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to demonstrate how to do this and that. And then take a look at this one. This little, this is really for a newborn because it's very tiny. It's very short, and it's 21. Yeah, this is 21 inches. So I'm going to sew this together for you, and then then you'll see how it is put together. Okay, and also this bonnet. We're going to go to my sewing machine over here. You guys having fun? Yeah, having great fun. Let's sing that Cree song for a baby. Nesagi how ne baby tata pue. Nesagi how ne baby tata pue. Nesagi how ne baby tata pue. Nesagi how ne baby Mr. See, when you sing a song to anyone, you know, they feel the love that you have for them immediately. That's why we should sing songs for our babies. Okay, here we go. I'm sewing now, guys. If you are ever to visit me at home, my home in Amiswachi, you will see my kitchen table is full of fabric. My kitchen table has a sewing machine. Nowhere. I eat in the living room on my chair, or else I'll eat beside my sewing machine. I love sewing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew the lace onto the aquanakwe. Oh, there we go. Much like the male population, when they hear the purr of their vehicle running, they love it, This is how I feel when I hear my sewing machine running. It's beautiful. And sometimes when I'm sewing into the night, my family are annoyed by it. So sew it right around. And it takes, you know, a little bit of patience, but it's okay. You see what I'm pressing on? It's like a gas pedal. Yeah. So I can go slow, I can go fast. It depends on, you know, what I am sewing. Right.
Make sure not to cut yourself
Oh, yeah. That's another thing.
or stab yourself.
Yeah. We gotta make sure that our fingers are safely away from the needle. Right?
I need to slow. So
Yeah.
I would rather go slow.
So for those of you who are out there in your classrooms, I have a little buddy who's sitting here, and he's very attentive and listening, and he's sharing also. So he's almost like my person that I know if you're listening or not. He's very attentive, so you must be listening very well out there. So I go to the very end, not to the very end. You see, actually, she went to the very end, but we usually stop right about here because we don't need to put the lace up to the very end. But I'll go to the very end because she did. Okay.
Maybe go a little,
Be quiet.
maybe go a little slow.
A little slow. Okay. Like that. Is that nice and slow? You know, you can get sewing machines that have the button for you to go slow and fast. So if you're a beginner sewer, you put it in turtle pace and it'll go like this. It'll go like this. That's how slow it'll go. But if you like to sew fast like a bunny, how bunny runs, you can that. Okay.
But you gotta be like kind of like an expert. If you
Oh
want-
yeah.
If you want to do like that fast. If you're
have-
like a beginner, there's like it'll be like that you can hurt yourself.
You know what's happening right now?
That's why you need skill to
Yes,
sew at that like speed.
you have to have experience, right?
Yeah.
You have to learn how to sew. You know what's happening right now as I'm sewing? I'm getting my therapy
How?
because I love to sew and this is what I love to do and it's making me happy. So this is my form of therapy. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like running, people. Some of you are probably thinking at home, you're sitting on the couch and you feel so sluggish. I would encourage you to get up and walk. Talk to Mother Earth. Talk to Okawi Mauiski. Okawi Mauiski is our mom.
One of the things I might try when I'm older is probably sewing. Definitely. I might
Very
try
good.
sewing when I'm older.
Yes. I would encourage you to invest in a sewing machine. A really good sewing machine. There you go. See, I'm done. It's all sewn together. Remember how it looked? This was off on one side. Now I sewed it on. Awesome.
I really want to try sewing myself right now.
Oh, right now?
I wish.
You would, huh? So when you're done your sewing, make sure you cut off all the excess thread. Don't let threads hanging out. That's my biggest pet peeve, is to have threads hanging out like this. So make sure that you take them off and cut them, because to me, it looks, you know, a little bit sloppy when you leave threads hanging all over the place. There you go. That's complete. Do you know what I'm coming from about that? We're gonna sew this together now, people. Okay?
Just like the other one.
Yeah, just like the other one. See, this is two-sided, so it doesn't matter how I sew it or which side I sew it on. I'm gonna sew it together here. Remember I said we start about right here and go all the way around. I'm gonna do it now. Okay. I gotta find my pedal. Stitch. You know what back stitch is?
What?
Back stitch is when you go backward, because you don't want the thread to break, so you have to back stitch. So when I'm sewing this, I'm sewing the break of the leg, the foot, not the leg, the foot. You see how far I'm sewing it right here?
Okay.
Can you see? Yeah, because we don't want to sew too close to the edge. If we do, it'll fall apart. And we don't want our mattress to fall apart. Can you imagine sleeping on a mattress and fell apart on you while you're sleeping? The air mattress does, right? So we need to make it solid. Okay? What makes you happy?
I don't know.
So makes me happy. Sewing.
Really loud though.
I know, it's deafening, right? Dancing is my go-to happy place. Dancing.
My mom sews.
What was that?
Yeah, my mom sews sometimes.
Oh, she does. What does she make?
She likes to make like clothes.
Ah. You know what? Another one is my go-to place is walking, talking to nature. Did you know you can talk to the trees?
How?
Talk to them.
How?
They listen to
Actually?
you. Yeah, just like you and I. If I were standing here like a tree and you're talking to me like that. If you were a tree, a little tree, and I'm talking to you and I'm saying, I'm so glad you are here today. And the tree would be listening. Yeah. They listen to you. All Mother Earth's creation, they listen to you. So when you're out there walking, talk to the tree, talk to the birds. The birds will answer back by chirping and singing.
Can I say one thing?
Okay, let me hear
I
you.
really don't like factories that much because they most factories hurt Mother Nature and stuff.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. And did you know Mother Earth is sad
How?
because people are throwing garbage on them?
Yeah.
If you were at school today and you had garbage, I hope you didn't throw it on the ground. You bring it inside and you put it in the garbage bin. So the people who are at the classrooms right now that are listening to us, Mother Earth is sad today and Mother Earth is lonely today. You know why? You know why she's lonely today?
Because most people are throwing they're littering.
Yes, that's true. And people are not talking to Mother Earth. Mother Earth is, we call it Okawi Mau Aski in Cree, and Okawi Mau Aski means Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is our mother. And so if you're feeling sad and lonely, people that are out there in the classrooms, if you're feeling like nobody's listening to you, our mother always listens to you, our Mother Earth. So what you do in that case is you go out and take a walk and you talk to everything out there on Mother Earth. You talk to the trees, you can talk to the birds, you can talk to the plants, you can talk to the sky. At night, if you're out there looking at the sky, talk to the stars. And some of us make wishes as we believe in that, those wishes will come true. I'm going like crazy here, trying to finish this. Okay, now I've left an opening right here. So what do we have to do with this?
Do we put in the stuffing?
Turn it around.
Or
You want to turn it around for me? Yeah, come. I'll show you. I'm gonna go back over here.
Bring your baby.
Yeah, you have to find a babysitter for your baby. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this because you can come, you be my helper. What we need to do is we need to cut this the same shape as this. So I'm going to cut this while you watch me, okay? So make sure you don't put your hand there. We're gonna cut it out like this. See how easy it is to cut?
Yeah.
I used to think it was so hard. So there you go, and then I'll cut this as well. Like that. How do you say rock, paper, scissors again?
Gosh, I can't remember.
We say asini,
Asani,
masane kanegin,
Masane Kanekin,
pasquama tuwin,
Pas Kua.
guama tu win, pasquama
Pasquama
tu
to
win.
win.
Okay, so what you do with this, you put your hand inside and you grab this right here and you pull it out,
Okay.
pull your hand out, okay?
Okay.
Here's my helper. Yep, you gotta pull it, you gotta tuck at it. Pull it out. Good job. There you go, you've done this before.
No,
In some form.
I'm just really good at doing that with my jackets, like sleeves and sweaters.
Yeah, when they're inside out, right? You gotta pull them apart. Gotta pull them in. Okay, yeah. And you put your hand in there and you smoothen this out. You see how it's put your hand in there and go in there and smoothen it out. Yeah, there you go. And on the other side. You see the other side? Right there? Smoothen it out. Right here. See?
I noticed that.
There you go. Look at that.
That's
Awesome. Okay, so now you take this and you insert it in there. You fold it in half like this and put it inside. Do you want to take over? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's good I have help. I brought help, but they're too shy. You see what she's doing? You need patience. You guys know what patience is? Patience is being able to work from start to finish. Okay, so that's very important. Even at school, when you're sitting there doing your assignment, your worksheet, or doing some research, you got to start from the beginning, and you have to carry it out until it is done. And we don't stop. We never give up, people. We call it inquiry. We call it akame mowin. You know what akame mowin is?
patience.
Yeah, having patience and making sure you don't stop. Right? Good job. Good job.
Oh, that's perfect.
We'll have to straighten this out a little bit because if we put baby on top here,
It'll probably
baby
fall
will,
off.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
it'll
we'll
probably
have to
fall
straighten
off.
it
We'll
out
have to-
just a tiny bit. Yeah. That means you have to pull it to the back. You're very smart. Look at that. Look at that.
Is that good enough?
Very good. Yes. And then what we do with this,
We probably sew it.
we can sew it together like this. Okay. So that will come at the very end. Good job. Look at that. There is a little mattress. And the little mattress we use to make sure baby's bones are strong and baby is growing very healthy.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Wow. There you go. That's the little mattress. Now, what I am going to show you, I'm gonna come back here and sit down, is how to make the bonnet. Astuteness. The astuteness is very important. Remember what I said about the astuteness is to help round the head in perfect shape like this. Okay, remember when you were a little baby, you were born with a soft spot right here, right up here. It's closed now for all of us, except for the little baby. The soft spot is here. Okay.
I know one thing about our bones is that when we're first born, they are very like bendy.
Yeah.
And then as we get older, they start to get more like fragile
Mm-hmm.
and easier to like break.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why most elders kind of like sometimes they need wheelchairs and
Yeah.
stuff because their legs are too fragile.
Mm-hmm. Not strong enough, right? To
Yeah.
walk, to be able to walk long distance or even to climb stairs. That
Yeah.
becomes a big task, doesn't it? So how should we keep our body strong, people?
Use them.
What should we drink?
Milk.
Milk is good for you.
It's
We-
good for your bones. Definitely.
Yes, it's good for your bones. You know how to say milk in Cree?
No.
Tu sa boy.
Du sa boy.
Yes.
Du
The
sa
ones over
boy.
there in the virtual classroom, I want you to say milk and Cree with us. We say tu sa boy. Say it again. Tu sa boy. How many of you heard that? How many of you have heard that spring song? What part of the season is it right now, people?
Spring.
Spring.
Almost. Well,
And-
it's almost spring.
It is, yeah, well,
It's pretty much spring.
according to the calendar, it's spring, right? But Mother Earth says, oh, I'm a little bit cold. I want my blankets on still. And her blanket is the snow. Mother Earth's blanket is the snow. And that's what keeps her warm. And in Cree, yes,
Can I say one fact about snow?
okay.
When you get cold from like stuff like snow and ice,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually like a type of burn on yourself,
Mm,
which is a true fact. It's like
mhm.
a type of burn,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
and
you're
it's
very
cold.
smart. If you were to meet my grandson, Alexan, you guys would get along really good. He knows lots of things too. Oh, man. And I like that about him. So I like that about you. So how do we say spring in Cree, people? Sigwan. We say sigwan. And then another word for it is miyuskamen. So let's say it together. Miyuskamen. And there's a reason why we have Muskamen, right? Muskamen is very important because Mother Earth will say, it's time to move to another season. It's time to feed my trees, my children, my insects, my plants, my animals. It's time to awaken the medicines. You know what the medicines are out there? It's the sweetgrass. It's the sage and all those medicines we need. So Mother Earth knows when it's time to awaken so that we, Mother Earth's people, can benefit from the medicines that are out there. So Miuskaman is very important. Do you guys know how to sing a song, a spring song in Cree? It goes like this. Miuskaman, be mi wasen. We teme ni we tutan no we tawan. That means I am going outside. I'm gonna go play. Awesome. And you know where you guys can get that song? Look for Brian McDonald. He sings that song. I love it. Okay, so here's the mattress. Here's the mossbag, waspison. What I am going to do is I'm going to sew the end together. This part right here is where baby's feet go, right here, okay? This part right here, that's where baby's feet go. So I'm gonna sew this together. Hang on. How much time do we have?
2:18.
It's 2:18. I better sew fast then. No, I'm just kidding. So I have to go back because I need that secure. And we need to sew this together. Okay. And I'll show you how to put them together. You see how when I pull this, you see this little spot right here? It cuts the thread. Isn't that awesome? Or am I the only one that's so intrigued there? So that's sewn together. Take a look right here. Okay. Cut this off, the excess thread. And then what I need to do is sew this one together as well. So I'll turn it inside out, right side together, and I sew it together. Okay. I keep losing my pedal. Okay. I need to show you how to make the bonnet as well. The bonnet is probably the most difficult one to do of all the this part. Okay. All right. See, it's sewn at the end like that. There we go. That's the inside, okay? But when we sew this on, we turn it inside out like this. And then we place it. We place this is the outer shell, and we place it on the inside of the inner shell like this. Okay. And then what we do is we sew the leather piece on right here. I hope I'm doing it right. Here's a teacher showing us how to do this. You did it all wrong. No. Okay, I think it's good. So when we turn this inside out, this is how it comes. This is how it looks like. So I'll show you how to do that. And this one is tricky. Some people will, they'll pin it together, but I will just hold it together. Hang on. Where is my, there was a leather piece here somewhere. Leather piece. Yeah, maybe in here. This is all the leather. This is called the lace bagegeniapi. It's already cut. It should have been already cut. Just hang on. Oh, yeah, right here. I didn't bring the right one. It's on there. Yeah. See, you see this piece right here? We pre-cut it, maybe about 1 inch wide. And then what we do with this is we sew it in between, we place this one in between the outer shell and the inner shell, like that. And then we sew the 3 pieces together. Get it?
Okay.
All right, I'm glad. Okay, so we're gonna sew it together. Okay, some people need to pin it together, but I am just gonna sew it. And then after this is done, then I need to show you how to do the bonnet. And we got to make sure that we have all three pieces together and in line. I'm gonna have an extra moss bag by the time I'm done here. Okay. And I'll show you why we need the, what do you call, the bias tape. Why a bias tape is important. I'm glad I'm inspiring you to want to be able to sew. I'm so happy about that. When I was younger, I knew my mother showed me how to sew, but where I learned to sew the best was working in a sewing machine factory in Edmonton. Yeah, I worked in a big factory and I worked alongside Italian women. And these Italian women would speak to me in their language, thinking I was Italian. And I would just, you know, just nod my head and I wouldn't say anything. So that's why I worked in an assembly line of making uniforms and stuff. And I loved it. So that's where I learned to do all of my sewing as well. Here we go. Jesqua, Jesqua, Jesqua. Jesqua means what? Wait, yeah. Okay. See, we sewed these three together right here. The inner shell, the outer shell, and the leather piece. Now we turn it inside out like this. And then we will put the lining inside the moss bag like this. See how it's going?
Do you need to cut that?
Yeah,
like,
isn't that
excess
beautiful?
part?
Yeah, and this is the inside. And then what we do here, for the ones who are still watching, what we do is we go in and we pull these down and we sew right along here. And then what we have to do with the lace is we punch holes in them. And I'll show you how that one is done there. We punch holes in them and then we put the loops in. So it's a big process. And at the very bottom right here, we make about up to 6 holes and we bring this together like this at the bottom. So here's your moss bag. So why do we need the bias tape? You see how this is sitting right now? Right here at the very top, we put the bias tape on here across. And then we finish it. And this is done. Like this is pretty near done. We just have to do the loops. Okay, so this is almost done. Okay, now we're going to go to the bonnet. My teacher, even if you get older, you always need a teacher. Did you believe that? You always need a teacher. I had a teacher. So what we do with this is, I have to get my pins. We take our pins and what we do is we pin this together. This is the inner shell right here, and this is the back piece. So we're going to pin these together. You see how this part right here is the little visor for the baby. We pin it in the back piece. What I will do, because I don't want to iron it, I'm just gonna press it so I know where the middle part is. And same thing with this one. Got to fold it in half and make a crease. Okay, then you take that and you pin it to that crease, like so. And then you take the end right here, people, and the end right here, and you pin this together. Tell me when it's almost time.
It's you still have half hour.
Okay. And then you take this end right here and this end and pin them together. You see how it's forming? It's forming into a little bonnet already, just by pinning it. And then you go, sometimes you just use your thumb, the length of your thumb, and pin it right there. If you don't have a measuring ruler or anything, you can use your fingers. Our kukums are very smart. And this is teaching of my teacher, my kukum. Okay, so now what we do is we sew right here, right along here like this, right around. If it's gathering right here, that's okay. Let it gather. Okay, so I'm gonna sew it together.
That's very much like putting the sleeves on.
Yeah, this the top, yeah, that's the sleeves, yeah. Good one. And then you would do the same. Keeps moving. Okay, I'm gonna sew right around. And I want you to see how we put the bonnet together. Together. Okay. I still got just a little bit. I think we'll finish off with the bonnet, and then I gotta wrap the baby in the moss bag. You're gonna go home and you're gonna go home and sew a moss bag together. Oh. So we take the pins off. Like that. Take them all off. And the reason why we need to clip the round edges is so that it'll open. Okay, just don't clip it too much that you cut your thread. Just a little bit. And then this one, this is how it looks. See it? Here's the inside part of the little hat.
Up to you.
Yeah. Now we're gonna do the same thing with the outer shell. Okay, we're gonna pin it together. I know this gets to be a little bit boring, but remember what I said about patience? Remember what I said about akamemoen? You finish what you start. Don't give up. In school, when you're doing your work, always work until you finish your assignment. Okay, there's no giving up. Because how else are we going to pass our grades if we don't do our work? So we pin the top part together, and then we go and pin the edges together. I know why the lady didn't finish this moss bag. It's because it's really difficult material to work with. It moves. So you have to have a really good handle of it to be able to sew it together. And I'll pin it again. And then we do the same thing. Kakaskwate, no. That means we will sew it around just like we did the little one. And then we put them together. Okay. Whoa. Okay. One time I was rushing to a powwow and I was told, Auntie, that's not your sewing machine. Slow down. Speeding to a powwow. I thought that was funny. Funny analogy. I never thought of it that way. Okay. Go right around. I hope you're still watching. This part is at the very end. When we put our little baby in the monster. There we go. And we cut all the excess thread off. Then we take the pins off. Like so. And then we clip around the edges because when we turn it around, we want it to open, okay? Here we go. Is your baby sleeping? Yeah. Oh, she must be tired. Okay, there we go. So what we do with this hat then is turn it around. And this is the outer shell. Now we take this one, turn it inside out again, like we did with the moss bag, the lining for the moss bag, and we insert it. See, this is the bonnet right here, and this is the bonnet, the outside. We put the inner shell into the outer shell like this. And we'll have to pin it because this is very flimsy material that likes to move a lot. And this is how we do it. Okay, there you go. There's the little bonnet. And what we can do, if you want to be fancy, is we can put, what do you call, lace right along here. But that means we'll have to sew it like we did that moss bag part. Okay, now this is it. I won't finish it because I need to go to the next thing. This one goes together. Okay, we're going to wrap our baby. Do you want to help me on this one? Okay. Oops. Maybe go ask her to babysit your other baby. Ask her, can you babysit my baby? Good job. Okay, now we're gonna wrap a baby. Okay, we're gonna use these. What we need to do is take the moss bag like this. You take this one. Oh, I was supposed to demonstrate how to do this, but I will let you use this one. Okay, take this, and I want you to take the moss bag like this. Okay, hold it. This is the foot side right here. That's the foot side. And I want you to place it in front of you like this. Good job. And I want you to take, this part right here, very important for you to know that this part right here, this one is called the pakekeniapi. And that one demonstrates the umbilical cord. The umbilical cord that came from your mother's, from your mother to your belly button. You were connected to your mother through your belly button. So when you were born, the umbilical cord was cut. And there was just a little piece of it left in your belly button. And what happens to that is then your mother or grandmother or your dad or your Muslim, they take that and they go put it somewhere where they want you to grow up and excel in. That's the importance of belly buttons. Okay, so this is the umbilical cord. This is what this signifies, the umbilical cord. So what we do with that is take it, gather it, and put it underneath the foot side because you don't want it mixed up. with the blankets. Okay, so there you go. Now I want you to take a kupis, take a blanket, this one right here. Yeah, open it like
All the
this.
way?
Yes, open it like this. Hold it in front of you like this. Click it. Oops. Am I making you work too hard? Yeah, flick it like this. There you go. Now I want you to place it over your moss bag. Place it over. Very good. Now I want you to take the mattress, and this one is the mattress. This is the mattress right here. This one. So take the blue one. Take the blue one. Yeah. Place it in the middle. Where's your moss bag? It's right there. Place it in the middle. Okay. This part right here, the part that's sewn together, that's the foot side. So you turn it around. Yeah. And this is the head side. Very good. Now I want you to place it in the middle. Okay. In the middle. And then I want you to take this blanket and fold it over. You know what that does?
What?
It keeps the mattress in place because we don't want the mattress to move, right? You're a great learner. Okay, now what we do is we take the the veil.
This?
Yeah, open it. Oh, the veil. This one, the one with the lace. The one with the lace. Yeah, that one. Okay. Open it. Click it. And hold it from the bottom up. There you go. Now I want you to take this and I want you to flick it over. And just a little bit of it goes on the mattress. Yeah. Flick it over some more. Yeah. There you go. Yes. Now we need to get another blanket. We'll use this one. You don't need to open it because it's pretty big. Place it on top. Place it on top. Yeah. In line with the first blanket. In line with the first blanket. Like this. See, Kokum has everything. Now I'm here, Kokum. So we place this one right here and place it in line with the other. Okay, now where's our baby?
The baby's over here.
Yeah, you need to go get baby. Get the big one. Get the big baby. There you go. Say a stump. Yeah, let's sing to baby before we put him in. I need the other one. Bring the other one. So what do we sing? I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby with all of my heart. So we take baby ever so gently and we place them down in the middle ever so gently. Make sure the head goes in line with the top blanket. There you go. So now what we do is, because your baby is a girl, you would take her hands and you place them over her stomach. There you go. Then you hold her hands there with your left hand, with your right hand. With your right hand, take the corner of this blanket and bring it across like this of the first one. Yeah, there you go. And tuck it underneath a little bit right there. Yeah, there you go. Tuck it underneath. Now you take the left one, the left corner, the left corner, the left corner. You take the left corner right here, take this one over here. And bring it around baby's body like this. And tuck the blanket underneath baby's body. There you go. Very good. Now we do the same thing with this blanket, the outer blanket. We take it and we bring it around baby's body like that. Good. Make sure you tuck it. Make sure you pull it in. Okay. The other side again. And tuck it underneath. You see all this excess blanket? Fold it in under her feet. And open the moss bag as you do that. Open the moss bag and put baby in. Awesome. Now, what we do then is we close the moss bag. So we take this umbilical cord and I want you to go zigzag all the way up. Put it through this loop right here. Yep. Now go across and put it through this loop. Good job. So as he's doing this, we're singing a song to our baby, right? Because baby's crying, you know that? And when they hear your voice, and over here, yes, I do. I love my baby. Yes, I do. You know, baby's falling asleep. I love my baby. Yes, I do. I love my baby with all of my heart. Good job. Okay, right here. Right here, and then right there. Okay, we got to pull it, tuck it, make sure you have lots at the top, and then we'll tie it just a tiny bit right here, like this. Okay, so you take baby and hold, put them in your cradle hold right here. There you go, look at that.
What do I do with this part?
Yeah, then we cover baby's head with that. Yeah. So you hold baby like this, okay? Nisagi how ne baby da da we nisagi how ne baby da da we nisagi how ne baby da da we nisagi how ne baby. Good job. Okay, now I want you to sit there and I'm going to end it. Okay, you hold baby. Make sure you carry baby.
This one?
Cradle hold, yeah. Put her in the cradle hold. And she's sitting and she's falling asleep. Okay, she's falling asleep. And I'm going to read a little story for you. Okay? And this is the ending, people. I want to tell the people who are still with us, thank you very much for helping us and being attentive. And I really love it. I had a helper today, and he is very keen learner. And I'm really thankful for that. And I know a lot of these teachings he's going to carry with him forever. So I'm going to end it with this, people. I hope you're listening attentively. Listen to the story. Our babies are told everything before they come earth side of this life they're about to live. They know about human experience and what to expect. They know about the family they are about to be born into. They know the legacies. They know the pain. They know the grief. They even know and have met those who have passed before they are born. And most importantly, they know the love. They make the choice on who will raise them, who will care for them, and who will love them. When we begin to remember that, we can recognize how much a gift parenthood and raising children in any capacity can be. They chose us deeply. They made the conscious decision, and Creator supported their decision to be with us. So let us support them just as Creator did. Support your children in life just as deeply as Creator did when they made the decision with Creator to choose you daily. If they want to paint, draw, write, create. If they want to run, play, move, and make noise. If they're showing you something they love it with them. If they're showing you something they love and you don't necessarily find it interesting, meet them where they're at and become curious around why they love it. Learn about why they love that something so much. Support your children in life just as deeply as Creator did when your children and the children in your life made the decision to choose you, because this is indigenous kinship. And with that, I am going to sing a song for you. So we're
What's this
holding
for?
baby in a cradle hold. That's another bonnet for another baby. Okay, this is a traditional one that came to one of my friends through the grandmothers in the spiritual world. If I can remember it, it goes like this. We ha, we ha, we ha, hey, we hey, hey, ya, hey, we ha, we ha, ya, hey. We are here, hey, hey, we are, we are, yeah, we are, hey, we are here, hey, hey, we ha, ya, hey, we are here, hey, hey. That's called the Little Blessing Song. So whenever you're carrying your baby, the adults who are listening, sing that song to them and encourage them, encourage the grandmothers to come and bless your babies. At this time, I want to say thank you very much for joining us. I loved it today. I'm in my own realm here. It's like my sewing room, my sewing kitchen room, but I had a great help. And I want to say thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. He is a great help. And there's so many things that you can take home with you, especially rock, paper, scissors, and Cree. How do we say it again? Asini, masane kane again. Pasquama to win. Pasquama to win. Pasquama to win. Very good. That's it. We'll see you again. Thank you for listening.